What is up, everybody? So I wanted to get into it right away because I have a lot to cover today. But so uh, let's just go right into it. I'll do my intro later, kind of backwards. It's weird, I know, but anyway. So let's talk about this. So as sons and daughters that we all are, I think that you can agree that we're facing a pretty serious problem. And that problem is that we're totally helpless and prepared to deal with our loving but rapidly aging parents. That even to some degree, the smallest caregiving crisis it can wreck our lives as we know it. And I see it every week. And that's not right. It's just not right. Um, you've worked way too hard, and so have your parents, to not have the kind of care that they deserve. My name is Claudio Alegre, and for the past 6 to 7 years, I've helped over 2,500 families uh, to get help them get the peace of mind that they deserve, and ensure and I've done this by ensuring that their loved ones get the care that they need right at home. Um, and what I want to do today is I want to show you kind of like three easy steps of how you can properly care for your aging parents at home and get the peace of mind that you deserve and that they desperately want. And it's really easy. You probably, if you are concerned at this moment about caring for your parents, this is really going to be a treat. And I'm going to do that for free, right? I'm just going to show you. There's no charge for this or anything. We're going to get into it right away because I'm really kind of. I wish that the families that I work with, I wish that this is what they need to know. These three steps are what they need to know. I wish they knew this before they actually came to me. So I figured, why don't I just put out the information out there, let as many people as possible get it, and it's going to be just good for everybody. Uh, so here are the three steps that you need to know to properly care for your aging parents at home. And by the way, this without having to spend countless of hours, haggling with insurance companies or getting lost in the vast bureaucratic machine that is our healthcare system. By the way, you won't have to deal with any of this. These three steps are the basic. This is where you start if you want to get care for your parents at home. Okay, and so I'm gonna just riff off my notes a little bit that I have here in front of me because I do want to go a little deep, but I want to do it not so deep. I'm actually putting together an on-demand class for this that I'm gonna, later on, I'm gonna invite everybody that watches video and everybody on, that has asked me and we've talked about this. I'm gonna just open it up for everybody. Um, so here we go. So step number one, is how do you find what services your parents are eligible for? And this is what most people actually need to know, and most people have no clue where they're at. And and this is super easy to find out, by the way. But there's a little trick to it. Ready? Uh, you know, get a healthcare provider, like a home care agency, for example, to do it for you at no cost, zero. All right. You could just call any agency around town, and ask them, and they'll tell you, and I'll tell you exactly what they're going to do. Right. So a home care agency like us, we're set up as a home care agency. We can let you know in a matter of minutes what kind of benefits and what kind of eligibility your parents have. And this first step is essential because you can't move forward without a map. And so what we're going to do is run what is called an eligibility report. All right. And share it with you free of cost. This shouldn't cost you anything. All right. And in that report, has a breakdown of everything that your parents, as far as home care is concerned, everything that their entire dossier, right? It's just it's like, when the cops put your name on the, not that I've ever been in the back of a cop car, but when they put your name, a whole bunch of things come out, like who you are, where you live, any priors or anything like that. Same thing with the eligibility report. What insurances, what services, when, how, where, everything, right? And you get access to this. Plus, the agency can actually explain it to you in English and tell you, here's what your parents are eligible for. These are the benefits that get at home, and these are the benefits that can't. And I think that knowing how to execute this step can save you huge amounts of, not to mention time and effort, but frustration. Because many times, you think that Medicare, for example, would cover giving your parents a bath, and that your insurance would automatically step in. That's not the case in most of the time, right? So that's step number one: how to figure out what services your parents are eligible for. Step number two: map out your ideal caregiving day. And so now that you know what services your parents have, now what you want to do is take that information and give yourself an imaginary 20 to 30 hours a week, for example, right? Whether it's covered by insurance or you want to budget a little bit into it, it doesn't matter. Just pick 20 to 30, pick 20 if you want, and figure out how you want those hours distributed throughout the week. And so in your mind, kind of play out what happens with your mom or your dad the moment they get up in the morning to the moment they go back to bed, right? And play that movie. What happens? They get up, they need to take a shower or a bath, they do their personal hygiene, then they have a little breakfast, then they sit around for a little while, then they read, or they have a therapist come over. Just break down the day, because when you do that, you kind of have an idea of how that movie is going to play out, and how are you going to be able to distribute the services that you're paying for, that your insurance is paying for, that you've been awarded, whatever, and this, this is gonna, what this does is going to save you oodles of time, right? Most families that I talk to, they haven't thought this far out. And some have, but then we're able to advise based on what they tell us. The feedback that we give them is based on the information they tell us, and then sometimes they have a pretty good idea, and it gels really quick, and it's easy, and everybody's happy, no stress, peace of mind all the way around, and it just works. But when you have no idea, then you spend a little time, extra time that you should, in that step number two. So prior to you talking to anybody, you play that movie in your head and you just kind of figure out how you want those services distributed. That will save you a lot of time. So the step number three is start building your care team, right? And if you engage with either a care manager or an agency, a care manager will probably be someone that you can hire to help you. They'll be like your quarterback, your gatekeeper. And they'll be able to set up an entire team for you. And an agency could also do that, depending on how they're set up. We're set up sort of like very comprehensively. So I like to go in there, and when I talk to families, I almost act like a care manager. And when they need a specific service, I just, grab a referral from somewhere and then refer out, put the families in contact with that person and vice versa. So that I do a lot of that kind of quarterbacking as an agency, which is zero cost to the families, 100% of the time, zero cost, right? A care manager goes a little bit deeper, and there's usually a cost associated with them. I'm all for hiring a care manager if it's within your budget. If you want to know a couple of care managers, I can put you in contact with a few of them if you want. But anyways, so moving beyond that, so what happens is now almost everybody has a doctor, right? But you need more than that, right? So say, for example, a care manager or an agency would start building kind of a team around you. Like, for example, they help you find physical therapists, occupational therapists, nurses, home health aides, companions, elder care attorneys to help you with the financial planning aspect of things, Medicare, Medicaid specialists, transportation companies, equipment experts, medical equipment experts, that is, assisted living and independent living professionals, and much more. At this point, you shouldn't have to be doing much except becoming familiar with the process and just being or your mom or your dad, and try to kind of stepping back from the actual doing of things. That's the whole purpose is, and now that, so at the end of the day, what this is going to do for you is going to allow you to be less frustrated, less fatigued, have more time for yourself, spend more time with your parents, the quality time with them, and again, either a care manager or an agency can help you do this. So if we recap really quick, okay, these are the 3 steps that you need to find what I call just, peace of mind caregiving. Caregiving peace of mind, actually. It's once you able to manage these 3 steps, it's just easy peasy from there. And the first one is, how do you figure out what benefits they have, right? We talked about that. The second one is, start. No, that's the third one, actually. How to find the services, map out your ideal caregiving day, right? So map it all out. What happens from the moment they get up to the moment they go to bed. And then the third one is build a care team around your needs, or around their needs, around the family's needs. By the way, if you want any help with any of this, just comment help on, just comment help, and then I'll be more than happy to reach out through direct messaging and connect with you. And of any other questions that you have, just put them down there, and at any point in time I could be browsing around this video and then just answer your questions, or you can just shoot me a quick text at the number that it's been floating around below this video. I think is there right now. Yeah, you can shoot me a quick text to that number, and I'll be just more than happy to help you. All right, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.